In the pantheon of 20th century cultural legends, few names shine as brightly or endear as powerfully as Marilyn Monroe. Born Norma Jean Mortensen on June 1, 1926, in Los Angeles, she transformed herself from a traumatized orphan into the world's most celebrated screen siren. A woman whose blend of vulnerability and sensuality redefined femininity in post-war America. Her life, a dazzling mix of stardom and private anguish, continues to captivate audiences nearly 6 decades after her death, proving that true icons transcend their era. Monroe's early years were marked by instability and hardship. Her mother, Gladys Pearl Baker, struggled with mental illness, leaving young Norma Jean in foster care and orphanages. She endured sexual abuse, frequent moves, and a profound sense of abandonment. At 16, she married James Dougherty to escape the foster system, but the union offered little stability. Her transformation began in 1944 when a photographer discovered her at a radio play munitions factory, launching her career as a pinup model. Those early photos, soft lighting, playful poses, and that signature pout hinted at the persona she would perfect. Her path to stardom was deliberate and strategic. After signing with the Blue Book modeling agency, she honed her look. Platinum blonde hair, arched eyebrows, and a breathy voice that became her trademark. In 1946, she signed a contract with 20th Century Fox, adopting the stage name Marilyn Monroe, a nod to Broadway star Marilyn Miller, and her mother's maiden name. Early roles were minor, but she studied acting, voice, and movement obsessively, determined to prove she was more than a pretty face. The breakthrough came in 1950 with The Asphalt Jungle and All About Eve, where her small but memorable performances caught Hollywood's attention. By 1953, she was a bona fide star. Gentlemen prefer blondes? Her duet with Jane Russell Diamonds, Our Girl's Best Friend, became an instant classic. How to Marry a Millionaire solidified her dumb blonde persona, though she privately despised the stereotype. Niagara showcased her dramatic potential in a thriller about a murderous seductress. Despite her box office success, Monroe battled studio control. 20th Century Fox cast her in comedies and musicals, exploiting her sex appeal while denying her dramatic roles. In 1954, she defied the system by marrying baseball legend Joe DiMaggio. Their union lasted 9 months but forged a lifelong bond, forming her own production company, Marilyn Monroe Productions, to gain creative control. Studying with acting coach Lee Strasberg at the Actors Studio, embracing method acting to deepen her craft. Her 1955 return in The 7-Year Itch, immortalized by the subway great dress scene, made her the world's most photographed woman. Yet behind the glamour, she struggled. Chronic insomnia and anxiety required medication. Her marriage to playwright Arthur Miller 1956196 brought intellectual fulfillment, but public scrutiny. Studio pressure to maintain her blonde bombshell image clashed with her desire for serious roles. The 1960s brought professional and personal turmoil. Some Like It Hot 1959, her comic masterpiece, earned critical acclaim, but subsequent films stalled. Her final completed movie, The Misfits 1961, written by Miller, mirrored her emotional state, a story of isolation and failed dreams. Behind the scenes, she faced increasing dependence on barbiturates and amphetamines, public humiliation over delayed shoots and missed appointments, a growing sense of alienation from Hollywood's power structures. On August 5, 1962, Monroe died at age 36 from a barbiturate overdose at her Brentwood home. Her death triggered global mourning. Over 30,000 people visited her crypt at Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery. Though official reports cited probable suicide, conspiracy theories persist, reflecting her enduring mystique. Key elements of her legacy include cultural symbol, embodied post-war American ideals of beauty and femininity, acting evolution, transitioned from sex symbol to serious actress, influencing future generations, brand innovation, pioneered celebrity endorsements e.g. Chanel No. 5 ads. Fashion icon. Popularized halter necks, plunging necklines, and strapless gowns. Media phenomenon. Her image remains ubiquitous in advertising, art, and pop culture. Feminist reappraisal. Modern scholars view her as a victim of studio exploitation and gendered expectations. Enduring myth. Her unfinished potential fuels ongoing fascination. Today, Monroe's influence permeates culture. Merchandising. Her image generates over $500 million annually in licensing. Art. Andy Warhol's silkscreens and contemporary installations keep her relevant. Film tributes. Biopics Blonde 2022 and documentaries Love, Marilyn 2012 explore her life. Fashion. Designers from Versace to Prada reference her silhouettes. Social commentary. Her story inspires discussions about mental health, celebrity exploitation, and gender dynamics. Whether remembered for the wind-blown dress, her breathy rendition of Happy Birthday, Mr. President, or her tragic end, Monroe's story is a paradox of triumph and tragedy. She didn't just sell movie tickets, she became a mirror for society's contradictory desires to worship female beauty yet punish its bearers. From the soundstages of Hollywood to the galleries of MoMA, she proved that an icon's power lies not in perfection, but in the haunting gaps between the public facade and private pain. Her enduring appeal lies in this tension. Marilyn Monroe was both a creation and a prisoner of her image. She harnessed the camera's gaze to build an empire. Yet that same spotlight illuminated her vulnerabilities. In the end, her legacy isn't merely about glamour. It's about the price of becoming a symbol and the timeless fascination with a woman who dared to shine, even as the world tried to define her light.